And I want to bring in Representative Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee. Good to see you, Congressman. Thanks for being with us.
You too.
The administration will be giving a classified briefing to senators tomorrow, to House members on Thursday. What are you expecting from the president tomorrow? What are you going to be looking for?
What not only members of the House, but I think the American people are looking for from the president is a definitive plan of action. And Jose, I think part of that is for the president to go back and say, I made a mistake. I thought Al-Qaeda was on the run. I thought we had a handle on terrorism. What we have to realize is that diligence, never stopping, is so important. It is a vital part of this fight. You cannot let up. These are evil people, and they are out to get us. It's imperative that we have a plan of action for stopping them in their tracks. The president had used the term nip it in the bud, but it's already past that. And what he's got to do is have a very complete plan of action. This is where we're going to go. This is what we're going to do.
And so what would you think would be appropriate? For example, do we start bombing ISIS in Syria? Are we prepared for the possible reaction or mission creep if the dictatorship in Syria is able to fight back? Do we put American troops on the ground? Do we increase troops in Iraq? Do we go into Syria? What do you think?
Well, you know, you mentioned that the Senate and the House are yet to get their classified briefings. I think each and every one of us will be able to give you a more definitive answer once we have had those briefings. Many of us who have strong military retiree districts and large numbers of veterans in our districts have heard from so many of them that they think we have to be very aggressive, that we have to go into Syria in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's see what we're going to hear from those classified briefings, and those of us who have military posts. Jose, I'm talking to my military families and the command teams, members of those, on a regular basis. It is important for us to be very thoughtful on this. It is important for the House to weigh in on this, the Senate also. The point is, the American people are incredibly concerned about this nation's security. Now, probably more so than ever. We know that this is a very tedious and difficult situation that we are facing. We also know this is not the time for uncertainty and indecisiveness from our leader. The world has seen too much of that. And what they want to hear from our president, our vice president, and our secretary of state is that they are resolute in defending this nation and defending the cause of freedom.
It's also, I think you'd agree with me, it's also a time for Americans to unite and not get into partisan politics and what mistakes were committed in the past by what president, but focus really on this very dangerous and increasingly dangerous situation that could affect all of us. You know, your caucus is meeting. Your caucus is meeting now. The Democrats are meeting. You guys are coming back, and I think we have some pictures to show you of the caucus, Republican caucus, as you're meeting and having this press conference. You guys don't have a lot of time left on this legislative session. Not always do you guys get a lot done. What is it that you think should come out of these few days that you all have remaining on, for example, national security?
Right. I think that you are going to see something in dealing with the threat as it exists right now coming from the terrorist organizations. You're also going to see some action come forward with those who have exited the country and will try to come back into the country but have been fighting against the United States. There's some work that is being done on that. In addition, there is the continuing resolution that is in front of us. And Jose, I'll say this. In the House, we've got 300, and I think it's 52 bills on Harry Reid's desk right now. And 98% of those, bipartisan support. 200 of those, a unanimous vote. 100 of them, a two-thirds majority vote. What the House, on a bipartisan basis, would like to see done is for Harry Reid to take up some of those 352 bills that are on his desk. As I said, 98% of them came out of the House on a bipartisan vote.
And we will see, Congressman, what happens in this time that we have left of the legislative session. Congressman, I thank you so much for being with me.
Thank you
and thank
so
you for
much.
your time.
I appreciate it.